without the ugliness of the thorn. You would have nothing to compare it with. So I got to share this with you. I got to share this. But God is going to make it all beautiful in His own time. But just stop somebody next to you. Just give it time. Just give it time. But God going to make it beautiful in His own time. I need y'all to help me preach now. Tell somebody, I may not know what your thorn is. And I don't want to know because I don't want you to know mine. But God will make it beautiful in His own time. Holler down your row and say, just give God time. He'll fix your mess. Give God time. He'll mend your brokenness. Give God time. He'll put your life back together. But you gotta get it. So beauty is as revelation. Ugliness is as the thorn. But if we consider for a moment that the rose, I said the rose, which is beautiful petals, it's beautiful petals, and the aura of its fragrance, which only comes through the stem, which is painful thorns. The thorns on the stem of the rose is actually where the rose gets its beauty and its nourishment. If you just take away the thorns, the rose will have no protection. So the very thing that looks like it's hurting you is really protecting you, just like the rose. And it won't take long, but there's a fragrance coming off of your life that'll send up to God, that makes you acceptable in the presence of your Maker. And that's why you got to know that God wouldn't let you feel it if He wasn't going to take it and use it to get glory out of it. So though I got the thorns, I also have the rose. The beauty of the rose, the fragrance of the rose that blesses people around me. The anointing of God, that divine aura that chases demons out of the lives of God's people. Somebody stand up and say, I'm a rose. I dare you to slap somebody and tell them that's why He rose from me. When Jesus rose from you, for you out of the grave, He handed you a rose and said, now smell this. This is your life. This is the new you. If any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. All things are passed away. Behold, all things have become new. Here's your They called him the rose of Sharon and the lily of everybody's valley. So when I'm down in the valley, I might not see the rose, but I see a lily. And it has a beauty too that only reflects the beauty of my Maker. Oh God, y'all praying for me. Give me 2 more minutes, man. I'm getting ready to tear this place up so we can build it back later. Amen. And so it's the beauty of the thing. It's the beauty of the thing that comes through the ugliness of the thing. Just give God time. He'll work it out. And so now the paradox of revelation and the thorn is that both are needful in order to fully blossom and bloom spirituality in the lives of the believers. So you got balance and temperance in God. You have maturity and experience in God. And the thing that has happened in the church, and the reason why we got so many crazy folk in church, because you ain't got no temperance. You ain't got no balance. You're just all this way. You want revelation without a thorn. Because you want to steal God's glory. But God said, no way. The glory is all mine. That's why I balanced you out with flaw and perfection. I gave them both to you. And I know it don't make sense. That's why y'all see us on one day and we're strong and spiritual. And you see us the next day and we're broken and weak. and I'm walking like I know it, and you see me the next day, and I don't show up to church, but when you see me the next day, which is Sunday morning, I have discovered that this relationship is a paradox. This relationship is revelation, and it's also a sword. Yeah, I gotta do this here. I gotta do this here. Go to the text briefly, but just start at verse 7, and we almost done, but y'all can't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Don't leave with half your lunch. Verse 7. Unless I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelation. Because y'all know we're going to get lifted up. The moment God started using us and talking through us and empowering us, oh God, we're going to start selling us. Did you get my CD? Did you get my DVD? Did you buy my books? It's all about us. It's all about us ministries. The Lord ain't in it nowhere. That's why in Revelation chapter 2, Jesus was on the outside of the church knocking on the door, said if any man would hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and sup with him. Because the church didn't put him out of the church. And so listen, man, listen. Lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelation, there was given unto me a thorn. Where? In the flesh. People act like that's a great mystery. You can't have a thorn in the spirit. Amen. So why did that blow us away in the church? Thorn in the flesh. The messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted. Now I want you to understand this. You mean to tell me that Satan, who sent the messenger, who gave the thorn and put it in his side, desires the believer to be humble? No, Satan, they want to lift you up. That's right. So he can throw you down. He'll put you on a high mountain so he can let everybody see you and then let you mess up in front of everybody so you can have a long fall. How do I know that? Because when he got thrown out of heaven, he had a long fall. Oh, Jones, that joke is still falling. He had a long fall. So that's what he was. But God, certain things God can't do because of his holiness. Yeah. Exactly. So he uses the tempter to tempt. All right. Because he can't do it. All right. That's why it was only a messenger of Satan. But this messenger left the thorn to humble the man, which allows the man to be used even greater by God. That's why I know God has something to do with that. And that's when he did the paradox. Because we know the revelation came from God. But it's hard for us to say the thorn came from God. But the fact of the matter is, he allowed it. That's right. Yeah. And that's why they don't look alike. A thorn cannot look like revelation. That's right. But God said, though it don't look like it's me, guess what? It's me. And if you know me, you ought to know when it's me. Yes, sir. He ain't going to do nothing that's going to bring about your demise. Amen. He's only going to do the things that's going to build you up. And guess what? Sometimes pain is used to build you up. The reason why many people are good people is because of the pain that they experience in their life early on. Some folk are wild because they never had no pain. So listen on our way out of here. And so to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. Oh God, for this thing. And that sounds like us. Because we don't want that. You know us, we can't handle no pain. We'll make up our own song. Take it away, Jesus. Take it away. Ain't that us? Take it, Lord. Take it. be. So I'm going to leave it right there. So I can use you greatly and you don't get lifted while I'm using you. There's some for us to think. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice. 3 times. That's us praying, boy. We praying now. We ain't praying in 6 months, but boy, because this thing hurt, take it, Jesus. So I sought the Lord 3 times, and guess what the Lord said? He said, get on away from me. I ain't taking nothing. I'm the one that gave it to you. My grace is sufficient. I'll get more glory and use out of you with a thorn in your side and a revelation in your mind instead of taking it. God is not for the comfort of the church. God is for the glory of the church. And to get the glory, he'll do anything he needs to do. So I sought the Lord 3 times. And I said, Lord, for this thing I sought him 3 times. And I said, Lord, take it away. And listen to God. Because some of y'all gonna say this that wasn't God. No, it wasn't the God you know. And what does it say? With a thorn in the flesh. My grace is enough. I'll get more out of you by squeezing you. How do you get orange juice? You gotta squeeze the orange. You want some lemon juice? You gotta squeeze the lemon. Want some grape juice? You gotta crush the grapes. God said, I'll crush you, but I ain't gonna give you. Because I gotta get glory out of you. It's gonna be painful, but here's some grace to help you sustain the pain. See, we want it all. We want to be used by God, and we want people to say, oh, God use you, you're anointed, you're a great man, you're a great woman of God, and we don't want no pain. You know it's real because pain is always connected. I can tell you how many times I preach on Sunday morning, go home on Sunday night alone. Family's there. But people don't know what you're dealing with. That's right. They don't know what you're dealing with. But in order to get out of me what he gave you, he had to sleep. He had to sleep. Oh, everything you get to preach or teach don't come out of the word by itself. Some of your best sermons comes out of your situation. Your best testimony come out of those tears that flow out of your face. Okay, listen. So I sought the Lord for this thing. Everybody got their bag. For this thing, I sought him 3 times. And the Lord is cool. You know, the Lord is cool. He said to me, please, my grace is sufficient for thee. Y'all still with me? Don't you? For my strength is made perfect in weakness. Strength in weakness. Strength, weakness.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
Strength, weakness. A paradox. Strength, weakness. My strength, because you ain't got none, is made perfect in your weakness. So somebody got to be weak to get the manifestation of God's strength. My strength is made perfect in weakness. When Paul heard that, he said, oh God, he said, most gladly then. Therefore, would I rather glory in my infirmity. That's real church right there. Amen. When you can come as you are, because you can't change it anyway. And give God glory and lift Jesus up. And everything got going on, but you know something going on, and the person next to you knows what's going on, because everybody got their own throne. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. So one person decides to lift Jesus up, but it's encouraging everybody else to decide to lift Jesus up, because all of us together got a thorn that's trying to hold us down and keep us from lifting Jesus up. But when we lift Jesus up, he will manifest the strength. is needful. Listen to this. So Paul said, most gladly then, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmity. Glory in my infirmity. Not in the revelation, glory in my infirmity.
That's right.
Glory in my infirmity. Glory in my infirmity. See how that's messing you up? Paradox. That don't make no sense. What do you mean glory in your infirmity? I'm going down, Sister Jones. I might as well go down dancing.
That's right. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
It's the disciples in the boat, howling and crying about a storm, while Jesus is in the boat with them. They're in the boat, howling and crying. Jesus is in the same boat, laying down sleeping. Now, Jesus ain't worried about the water that's getting in the boat that can sink the boat that I'm in, and Jesus in the same time. Then why am I worried about it? Master, carest thou not that we perish? Lord looked at them. You know, you can have a look that will speak.
Yes.
You ain't got to say that.
Right. Yes.
Jesus must have looked at him like, y'all don't know who's on this boat. This boat ain't going down without me bringing it back up. You ain't in this thing by yourself. You're not in this walk by yourself. You ain't serving God by yourself. You ain't struggling by yourself. So he rises up like a man, but he speaks like a God. He speaks to the elements and he tells the wind, peace. If I was Jesus, I would have rose up and I would look at the winds and I would say, chill. Same thing. Chill out. I told the wind, you tripping. Because the winds understood who he was. What manner of man is this that even the winds and the waves obey him? Do you know you have him aboard your ship of life? There's something you don't understand. I'm closing. No, God, look. Verse 10. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmity. First I glory in him, now I'm taking pleasure in him. The very thing that keeps you up all night crying is the very thing that God is using to allow you to talk to him and get closer to him. What you crying for?
That's right.
I take pleasure in my infirmities. What else? In my approaches. That's verse 10. In necessities. In persecutions. In distress. Pleasure. In other words, bring it on. Bring it on. Because I already know that all things work together for the good. Bring it on. And really what that means is he's going to keep me alive long enough to see the end of it so I can say it's good. There's one more thing. There's a footnote here. Don't pull your keys out yet. There's a footnote. For Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then, right at that moment, simultaneously,
That's right.
then am I strong. Weak, strong. Strong, weak. Weak, strong. Strong, weak. Paradox. Don't make sense. How can weakness and strength exist? That don't make no sense. That's a mystery. That's an enigma. It can't make sense to the natural mind because it's a spiritual act. That's why people in here going through things, you know it should have been over a long time ago, but why does God keep dragging this thing out? Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all look like a smart crowd, but how can you have overtime when one team has 10 make no sense. But do me a favor, briefly help me preach. That that ain't nobody but God. This thing should have been over a long time ago, but God left us in OT so he can get some glory out of it. This chapter will not close without divine period. God is not going to let Satan come up in here and put a semicolon and a comma and get a period and say your life is over. God said, wait a minute. I have the last word. Let the weak say I'm strong. Let the poor say I'm rich. You got to be able to say it because it's you. For when I am weak, then am I strong. For when